13-0, Alabama won the national championship, and Gene Stallings will forever be glorified. They love him down there. But he's a man of character, and he's a man of heart and soul, and it is a pleasure to introduce him for us all to enjoy this evening. Coach Gene Stallings.
We went to Haiti. I didn't particularly want to go, but Ruth Ann wanted to go. My attitude was something like this. Well, why don't they help themselves? Those people over here, when something goes well, we sort of help ourselves, you know. That was sort of my attitude going into Haiti. But you know, after staying over there for a few days, these people, they don't even know anybody that's been successful. They've never seen anybody that went to college. They don't know anybody that owns a car. The great majority of them sleep on the ground. There's no electricity. Can you imagine living with no electricity? There's no electricity. After staying there for a few days, my attitude changed a little bit. You know, when you go to reading the Bible, it's a little uncomfortable to talk about the poor people. But in Romans 12 and 13, it says, share with God's people who are in need. That's what it says. You may like it or you may not like it, but it says share with the people that are in need. I haven't always been a cheerful giver. I used to ask Ruth Ann, I said, does it help if I give this money and I don't want to? She said, yeah, it'll help people to get it. Not going to help you none. You know, and we sat there and we're just trying to have a conversation. Lord have mercy, I've done written 15 checks. And I keep trying to tell her this is tough times, and you know what she said? I'm just trying to help you get to heaven. David just told you that they've got 65 acres of land, and they're going to build a hospital, they're going to build a school, they're going to build an orphanage, they're going to build a place for worship. They're going to build a place where they can go and learn a trade. They can build all of that for about $1 million. It's just sort of hard for me in my own conscience to not want to help. And I think probably you people sort of want to help too. Money will not get you in heaven. Just simple as that. Money is not going to get us in heaven. But I really think it can keep us from heaven. I really think that. Every one of us in here would love to die broke and know that we would spend eternity in heaven. And in closing, I love the poem, The Dash. I read where a man stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. Made mention of the tombstone, the dates from the beginning to the end. At first he mentioned the date of the birth, and the latter he mentioned with tears. He said what matters most of all is that dash between the years, because it represents all the time that he was alive upon this earth, and only those who knew him best knew what that dash was worth. Matters not how much you own, your house, your cars, your cash. What matters most of all is the way you live that dash. And if you could just slow down a bit and see what's true and real, try to understand how the other fellow feels, and more often wear a smile, because a little dash may only last a while. And as your eulogy is being read and your life is being rehashed, are you going to be happy to hear the people say, the way you lived your dash? It's just something about doing the best you can with what you got. It's just something about sharing with those who are not quite as fortunate. All of my coaching career, I've loved the fourth team player. He just wasn't good enough to play. He would love to run out on that field one time and hear him play Yay, Alabama. But he wasn't good enough. I'll tell you what he's good enough to do. He's good enough to get you ready to play. That's his contribution. His contribution was getting you ready to play. I wanted the guy that played on Saturday to have an appreciation for the guy that got him ready to play. There's something about appreciation. Something about having a genuine appreciation. Those people who go to Haiti and feed the poor and send them to school, teach them a trade, fill their little stomachs, give them some fresh water. I have a genuine appreciation for that. Thank you all for letting me be a little part of it.